What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL opinions of the week. I'm Kevin. I'm joined by the man that we needed. I think a lot of people are already thinking about Super Bowl, but let's just analyze. I would say a great slate of conference championships. Of course, you have the AFC Championship incredibly close as we expected. Washington put up a good fight. It was
too many turnovers. And it wasn't even
Jay
Daniels didn't have a pick until late in the game, so it wasn't really on Jay Daniels turning the ball over. They just had 3 fumbles by guys that you just don't want to fumble the ball.
Yeah, and I want to say one was on a kickoff.
I think so.
Yeah, there were a lot of turnovers, and I would also say just Saquon Barkley really set the tone with the first play of the Eagles' offensive possession was a 60-yard run. It's really incredible. I think you had him pretty high, but he wasn't. I think I had him outside the top 5 in our running back rankings, but he was close in yours, correct? Like he was top 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's been really incredible because the problem was health for him, and he finally, maybe Philadelphia did something, or it's just kind of the way things go.
I mean, it helps when you have an elite offensive line.
Yes. Yeah, you could see that too, especially on that 60-yard drive. He didn't, not 60-yard drive, 60-yard play, where he doesn't get touched till the second level where it's linebackers, and he's really tough to bring down. So, and I think that just goes to Howie Roseman as a GM. The Eagles are pretty incredible, I would say, given what Howie Roseman did, because you have Jalen Hurts on a top. Like he's not getting. It's not like a Brock Purdy situation where it's like this guy's on his rookie deal, is drafted late. No, he's getting paid top tier quarterback money. They have a top wide receiver getting paid money. I think Devontae Smith is getting paid. And then now you go in and sign Saquon Barkley. So I do think it just goes, this is their second Super Bowl in 3 years. Yeah. Second Super Bowl in 3 years. You could even go 6. Yeah, 6 years would be 2019. 7. Okay, so 3 and 7 appearances is pretty incredible. And very, maybe 2 years ago, not very similar, but the 2019 team is in completely different.
It's 2017.
2017. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. So I guess technically it's 8 years, but still, it's 3 in that amount of time. They basically half the years they made it to the Super Bowl. Now they've only won 1, and they're trying to win their second year. But it's going to be tough. I mean, their team is built extremely well, and Washington's going to be a good team in the future, I feel like, because of how good Jay Daniels is. It's hard to mess that up, especially with how his career has started.
Yeah, especially. I think Washington, I don't know how you feel about the term, but it was house money. Like, hey, you got to the NFC Championship with a rookie quarterback. You're pretty set at a wide receiver 1 with Terry McLaurin. They've done a great job surrounding him. And another thing that I think is very important is Cliff Kingsbury not taking a head coaching job. He's staying with Washington for the second year. Not to say that wouldn't impede Jane Daniels, as I talked about with Caleb Williams, but to me that just helps him stay in a consistent spot with the same play caller and to continue to develop, which I would say is, given what he's done, very scary for other teams in the NFC, especially the NFC East, with him just continuing to get better.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I mean, they're in a envious situation. There's a lot of teams that want to be in the sort of situation they are after drafting a quarterback. No real rookie QB this season was even remotely close in success. I guess Bo Nix still was solid, so they made the playoffs and everything. But this definitely worked out the best.
Bo Nix was solid, but it took a little bit. Jane Daniels really just came right out of the gates. And I do want to say, talking about the NFC, I have been a critic of Jared Goff and other NFC quarterbacks. You could argue top 3 for Jared Goff. I would say Jane Daniels. We'll have to see when the quarterback, but Jane Daniels to me just has that it factor. Like he's a dude. It's not just a guy that can run an offense. He's a guy that can make great plays and doesn't need, I would say, too many weapons, as I think a lot of the other teams in the NFC quarterbacks need. Because that's to me what separates the AFC, which is stacked with guys that I view it. I view Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Mahomes, of course, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Then to me, there's Jane Daniels. You could argue about Jordan Love as well. But that's really it. It's that top tier level quarterbacks seeing in the NFC, and Jane Daniels has put himself in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, he has. Do you want to move on to the other side?
Yeah, the AFC was incredible. It shocks me that Bills didn't turn the ball over at all, and the Chiefs did twice. There's that, I want to say that was it? Yeah, there was an interception from Mahomes, but he also had a fumble.
Yeah.
But to me, this just goes to the defense that even though there was, which I don't know if you want to get to that right now and talk about, I think we've talked about this before. I don't understand with everything you see now in VAR for soccer, you can tell when someone's toenail is offside. And
I know where this is going. I completely agree. I thought that was a first down, and that's not even just because I wanted the Bills to win the game. It's more that I thought it was a first down. I think again is going to bum a lot of people out, but I really do think the reason why they don't is to have people talk about the game, to have people talk about that call. Because if it was automated, I think it's the same reason why the MLB has not gone to an automated umpire. It's to talk about the bad call. Because you're going to get people talking. You're going to get people mad. And to get people passionate about the game, sometimes you have to get them a little bit mad. Now, I hate that. I really do. And I really wish it would change. But that's what I believe the reason is. I don't know if we're ever going to see it because, again, it causes so much interactions on Twitter, online, on TV, that I don't know if necessarily they benefit monetarily enough for them to end up changing it. Because I think it's stupid, though. I really do think it's stupid.
Yeah. And this was a long time ago. A podcast I listened to said we have so much technology but it comes down to a chain in eyesight, which it looked like you got a first down to me, but I'm like, you just can't tell. And you could see there was that picture of the two referees on different sides, basically one saying he didn't, the other said he did. What do you expect? You're going by eyesight, and as someone that has terrible eyesight, I'm like, well, looks like it, but I could be wrong. But yeah, no, I think that's a good point, and it probably is expensive. So you talk about they get more people talking about it, but also they'd have to spend more money, and they just be like, well, we can just not do that. But bad officiating in that moment, but I'm just like, that's kind of the way it is, and it just stinks that's how it ended. But I still, overall, I thought it was a great game. Josh Allen played great. And they still had a chance on that 4th and 5. And you have Dalton Kincaid. It hits him in the arms, which I don't know if there was a reporter and he got in an argument with like Ryan Fitzpatrick, a bunch of other former NFL players. They were talking about Khalil Shakir was open, but Josh Allen didn't throw it to him. But Josh Allen was under pressure. To me, that just goes to a great Steve Spagnuolo defensive possession in that 4th down, as he just sent a blitz, and Josh Allen got the throw off in the right spot for Kincaid to make a play, and he just didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you make a great point. I definitely think that. I mean, the defense for the Chiefs has been very good, and even though they give up 29 points, I mean, it's still their bread and butter. And I would not be shocked in any situation if it comes down to a little bit more defensive against the Eagles, because I don't think while both of their offenses are solid, and I just feel like you know how to beat the Eagles. It offense because of Saquon, and the passing game can be stopped definitely with the Eagles, and then you just have to worry about the run game. And then the Chiefs offense it's methodical, but it's never going to beat you in one play usually, and it's going to be a really defensive game. But yeah, still talking about the Bills game. I mean, they had time, they had a chance, and I know one call or two calls or three calls didn't go their way, but it was a good game at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's really tough. You got to feel for Josh Allen because a lot of the people that were against him saying he wasn't a great quarterback, there's nothing really much he could do. It goes back to the team sport. I am very well, of course, now Sean McDermott. I was pretty sure he wasn't going to get fired, but I'm like, I wonder if there's something because what is the ceiling of this Bills team now?
I mean, they took the Chiefs to the brink, so I think the ceiling is still proof that they could still prove to do it. But until they do it, again, it's kind of like the Lamar situation. Until you beat them, it's kind of hard for me to see whether or not they can do it. But they definitely been close a lot of times, and it wouldn't shock me if eventually they got over the hump.
Yeah. This just kind of goes to I do think you give Sean McDermott 1 year, but it's kind of going to be what it was this year entering. Like, okay, you got to play well, and if it comes down to the Chiefs and you just lose by a field goal, that's okay, or a touchdown. But we'll have to see. But overall, I think great game. The Chiefs Bills, it was really exciting, especially because I had no really dog in the fight. I was like, I just want good football, which happened. But yeah, we'll have to see what the Bills do. I think they got one more year of James Cook. I'm very curious what they do in wide receiver because they had a good wide receiver, but I'm wondering if they add someone through the draft again, or what does Keon Coleman do in year 2? You got Khalil Shakir again, so I would say all stable situations for all the teams.
So, yeah, I don't think anything is too crazy. No matter what happens this season for any team, it's not. While you do want to win it this year, it's not the end all be all for any of these squads.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we'll preview the Super Bowl in another video as you get the 2-week break. So why hammer out everything in the week 1 and then week 2 come out? You just kind of got Pro Bowl happened. But make sure you're following us for more videos. Be on the lookout for more videos we post daily. And thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.